I thought it would be kind of fun to chronicle a little bit about the process of moving, and I know it's something that a lot of people struggle with, and so far I'm not struggling with it. I think moving is like my domain. Like I just have so much experience with it. When I was a child, I think I went to 13 elementary schools and four junior high schools, and then things leveled out when had a little family swap situation happen. But I just wanted to kind of chronicle because I am going to be moving next month and I'm very excited. And everybody I talk to is like, oh, moving so hard, it sucks so much, blah, blah, blah. And I have just been kind of ready to be like, oh, yeah, yeah, it's going to be so terrible moving. Ah. And I just kept, then all of a sudden I was like, well, wait a minute. What if it doesn't have to be that hard? What if it doesn't have to be so terrible? What makes it terrible? What makes it so dang hard? I'm curious about that. And I know, I mean, I do stuffology work. This is what I've been doing since I was 19 years old. So, before that, but I mean, my first paid client was when I was 19. Okay. So I'm just gonna, as I go along, I'm not moving yet, but I'm getting ready to moving next month, and I just want to chronicle a little bit about what this process has been like for me. And what I'm doing right now is I haven't figured out how to get boxes because I kind of want to get free boxes because I think it's so silly that we buy brand new boxes and then we just throw them away or recycle them. And I mean, not silly. I mean, we got to do what we got to do. But like, I'm like, there are so many people moving and there's got to be people that are like giving away free boxes. Well, I actually did. My dear friend's mom just moved up here, and so when she starts to unpack, she will have boxes so that she was like, you can take her boxes, and I'm like, that's great. But she hasn't unpacked yet, so I haven't, so what I'm doing is I've just started staging. So I went through my entire basement, which was not cluttered. I mean, shocking. It wasn't cluttered because I'm a professional organizer, but I always say this, and it's true for me too, that moving or going through the decluttering process is like a jack in the box, and you just don't realize how much stuff you have until you start getting into it, and then it's like boom, boom, boom. So I'm surprised by how much stuff I have and how like I've made like kind of like a neat row in my garage to get things out because and to stage them for when I do start putting the appropriate things in boxes, and then and then just the other things that won't need boxes but will need to be moved out. So my entire basement is pretty much cleared out, so that's great. Except for some well, I'll get into that later. I don't want to digress there yet, but I already do have one big trunk that is today going to the Goodwill. And am I surprised that I have a trunk full of stuff? Like, not really. I mean, because there's nothing quite like going through your stuff within the context of I'm moving to initiate release and to initiate like that crystal clear, do I want to keep this? Do I want to let it go moment? I mean, things just become clear. I just said that word, but I'm saying it again. They just become like you're seeing this vision of who you're going to be in your new place, and you're like, do I want to take that with me? Yes, no, maybe. And the yeses and the nos are very clear typically, right? Where if I'm working with people and they're not moving, no big deal, but like there's a lot of maybes. I'll just say that. Lots of maybes. Okay. So I have a trunk full of stuff to go to Goodwill. And I don't move for a few weeks at least. But I just want to get going now on like I don't want to spend the day before or a couple days before like going to the Goodwill. So a couple of years ago, I went to Whidbey Island, and when I came back, I was like, I'm moving to Whidbey Island. Like I just fell in love with it. It was just this magical moment, the most special place I'd ever stayed, that I still like to stay when I go over there. And I just came back in this like, oh, I'm moving to Whidbey Island. And so that's what I thought I was doing, right? And so when I came back, again, being a professional organizer, I did not have a plan, but I was just gonna, I was like, but I want to be ready, I want to be ready. And so this next part of the story is where I'm going to share what I did, which is now benefiting me now. Okay. And what I did is, now I live like in like an under, like, I don't know. I measured it one day and it was like 750 square feet, but the listing when I moved in here said it was like 932 square feet, but I think they were counting the basement. And I basically don't think of the basement as usable space. But anyway, I live in between 750 and 930 square feet or something like that, right? So I came back after that trip to Whidbey and I was like, okay, I'm going to go through everything so that when I'm ready to move to Whidbey, I'm just literally putting things in boxes and I don't have to think about it at all. Like, I just know that everything that I'm keeping, I want, right? And so I did. So I started off what I call start high, right? So I start off like in the high cupboards in my kitchen. And I went through all of them, all the high. And then I worked my way down. I went through all of my clothes. I went through all of my bathroom stuff. I went through every single towel, linen. I went through every single book on my bookshelves. And as I was doing so, it took me 2 weeks. And like I said, all I'm doing right now at this point is I'm going through my stuff and I'm just like, am I taking this to Whidbey or am I not, right? That's it. And then I'm putting it back because I'm not moving. I'm just getting prepared to move. Oh my gosh. I was really surprised. Like, I got rid of some pretty good stuff at that time. Now, again, that was like 2 years ago or so. And two-ish, I can't remember exactly. But anyway, it took me 2 weeks. I went through everything, the junk drawer, the garage. And as I would go, I would just put one of those tiny little sticky notes on the area to say, I went through this. Took me 2 weeks. It felt amazing. Like, I was like, wow. I mean, I just felt like it was so clear. So now, this many years later, I'm like, okay, and 2 years later, 2-ish years later, I'm like going through my stuff and I'm like, this isn't too bad, like, I mean, bad, good. I don't mean it really that way, but I'm like, this still feels pretty close to where I was at a couple years ago. But come on, 2 years have gone by, right? I've gotten more stuff. I've adopted new hobbies. I've let go of hobbies where I don't need that stuff anymore, etc., so on and so forth. So yes, the point is now, these 2 years later, I still have a lot of stuff that wants to go. And there was something that, there's like something that I thought I was going to keep for forever. It was it's a kind of, it's like a family item. It's a rocking chair that belonged to my grandfather, and it's been in my garage. I've never used it because I've never had a space to use it, but I've just been holding on to it because I'm like, I'll have a space to use it someday. And I've always had this vision to reupholster it. It's really comfortable. It's an old Ethan Allen rocking chair. And my stepmom, Judy, I called her Judy, but she reupholstered it one time, and it's in this really cute kind of like cabin-y type fabric. And I've just had this idea that I would be able to use it someday. But you know what? It's time to let it go. So I'm going to let go of the rocking chair. I'm going to let go of a cabinet that I have. Like a little kind of retro 3-drawered or 4-drawered filing cabinet. That's like really cool, but I didn't use it for files. I always used it for like bathroom stuff. And then most recently I used it in my laundry room. And then again, like the stuff in my trunk is just stuff like that you go through, like stuff that was from my old car that I don't have anymore. Boxes of, you know, like I gave away tons and tons of like Christmas decorations, etc. So I have a full trunk full right now. Excited to get that done. So Goodwill will happen today. I've got a neighbor from the Buy Nothing. I don't know if everybody has that, but in Seattle we have this thing called Buy Nothing, and it's via Facebook, and you just have it's like your junk is my treasure situation. So you sign up via your neighbor and that your neighborhood, your zip code or whatever, and then no, it's neighborhood based. So it's like whatever neighborhood you're in, you know, Capitol Hill, then you would be in like the Capitol Hill, and maybe if it's a big neighborhood, there's like more than one, but you'd sign up with whatever area group is closest to you, and then you just post whatever you have free, and you never say how much you bought it for or anything like that because they'll get mad if you do that. And then you post it. And then, so last night I posted like these little gardening pots, and a gal's coming to pick them up today. You just put them out in front of your house and with their name on it, you know, and it's great. I picked up an espresso machine last week. It's kind of working. I mean, they told me that it was, but I'm like, but but it was so sweet. Like I've never had a bad experience with the Buy Nothing. Oh, except for the time when I accidentally gave someone my wrong address, and they were like, we can't find your house. And I was like, what an idiot. They fucking can't find my house. And then it was me who was the fucking idiot because I'm the one who put my address in wrong. Anyway. So I've got these little pots going to this gal who's going to pick them up today. And then I also am going to the Goodwill, like I said 10 times now. And I'm staging stuff in my garage. And I'm basically just getting ready. My friend will have, you know, the boxes prepped when they're ready. And I'll go pick those up and start actually packing things. But that's where I'm at right now. I'll keep you posted. Moving is fun. Yeah. That's my motto now. Moving is fun.